Malam Musa. Malam Musa. Malai Zaria. Babara bagai dama Musa ya zaliki Zazzau.
In 1804, at the wake of the jihad during the 19th century led by Sheikh Usman bin Fodio, Malam Musa Bamalli, a Fulani scholar from Timbuktu, was among the principal officers that participated in the Battle of Tafkin Pato. In this context, he is the great-grandfather of the incumbent Emir of Zazzau and also the founding father and flag-bearer of the Fulani rule in Zazzau Emirates. He was from the Malawa dynasty. Malam Musa Bamalli reigned as an emir for 17 years from 1804 to 1821. Today, looking back, marks exactly 200 years after his passing. Alud Sidi was the last emir from the Malawa dynasty who ascended the throne exactly 100 years after Malam Musa. He reigned for 17 years between 1903 and 1921. 7th October 2021 is significantly historic as it marks exactly 100 years after the reign of Alud Sidi, the fourth emir from the Malawa dynasty. It is also exactly a year after the ascension of His Highness Ambassador Ahmad Nuhu Bamalli, also from the Malawa dynasty.
My father was 50 when I was born, so you can see the age difference. And at the time I was born, I was the eldest child alive because I had a brother and a sister, but they passed on many years before I was born. My older brother, Muhammad Lawal, died in 1953. So I was growing up, with a father who was old enough to be my grandfather. So from day one, I was saddled, with responsibilities, which all my age, mates were not saddled with that responsibility.
Malam Musa.
He comes from a long line of emirs dating back centuries to the founding of the Zazzau Emirate. The writing on the wall meant the child, Ahmad, could someday very well become Serkin Zazzau. An ambition nursed not only by Ahmad's father, the late Magajin Garin Zazzau Alhaji Nuhu Bamalli, but also by his grandfather.
The father of the present emir, who was my uncle, was penciled down to be the emir. Unfortunately, it was not his time.
When I was growing up as a child, I thought he was the emir because Kaduna was like virtually independent of Zaria at that time. He was everything because the only difference between him and any emir in northern Nigeria was the title.
The emirship of Zazzau Emirate eluded our family for the past 100 years.
We have the 3-4 ruling houses here, but Alud Sidi was the last from Malawa ruling house. He was the last emir, and he was impeached.
As one of many princes carrying the torch for the Malawa ruling house, young Prince Ahmad learnt rather early in life the core essence of humility, sacrifice and service.
When my friends were enjoying themselves, partying and doing all sorts of things, I was being groomed, to be a leader, because my father used to say I should try and be a role model to others. And if an ordinary mortal will take 2 steps to achieve greatness, I should take 4. To be doubly sure, and also to to ensure that at least you are absolutely right in whatever you do, to the best of your ability. And so with that kind of training and background, I was able to do a lot more.
As he evolves into responsibility, young Ahmad Nuhu Bamalli exuded a personality fostered on the principles of religion, culture and leadership.
I can say I was prepared to be a leader from day one. I was saddled with so many responsibilities of leadership. And again, since when I was in Form 4, I can remember very well, in secondary school, in Government College, Kaduna, I was representing my father in most of the traditional functions, because his age was quite advanced and his health was gradually failing. So from Form 4, I was acting as Magajingari during Salah, representing him and other functions gradually.
He was representing his father on that title that he became Magajingari. And let me tell you, he invested almost all his life in seeing this actualization of this dream.
That sense of duty stuck and inspired a robust educational pursuit. He bagged a first degree in law from the Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, in 1989, a master's degree in international affairs and diplomacy from the same institution in 2002. He had earlier made incursions into management, clinching a postgraduate diploma in management from the Enugu State University of Science and Technology in 1998. He ventured outside the shores of Nigeria to score a fellowship on conflict resolution at the University of York in the United Kingdom in 2009 and another diploma in organization leadership from Oxford University, United Kingdom in 2015.
In the first instance, that is a center of learning. Way back 40 years, the incumbent Emir was fully aware that he's going to be an Emir of Zaria, and he was fully prepared for that. Do you understand? He has vision and mission for that assignment that God has now ordained him, or has assigned him to be.
Success apparently breeds more success. The burgeoning Ahmad Nuhu Bamalli was formerly turbaned as the Magajingarin Zazzau, the second most princely title of Zazzau Emirate. A royal title his late father was best identified with.
If you give him advice, once that advice is genuine and is good, he's going to stick to it and he's going to work with it. That is him.
The ability to balance family life, traditional leadership role and professional engagement is another laudable attribute of the new Emir.
I had done so many things in terms of acquiring knowledge and skills, and that is what you can develop. Not the university degree, and then you sit back. Yes, of course, everybody has a degree, but I believe those developmental programs, will certainly enrich not only the CV, but you'll have adequate knowledge, to prepare you for leadership in contemporary world.
In spite of his academic qualification, his exposure, can't you see a humble person there? That's all you need in this environment. Humility.
For nearly 26 years, his professional career spanned banking and finance, telecommunications, manufacturing and public service. Added to his professional accomplishment was his national service as Nigeria's ambassador to the Kingdom of Thailand in 2017, with concurrent accreditation to the Republic of the Union of Myanmar.
It was not an easy task, and equally in Myanmar. Myanmar is a country that had engaged in wars for many years. It used to be Burma. And so many of Nigerian soldiers that served under the British Frontier Force, were killed, in that place. So, and it's a very difficult terrain, to be honest with you.
If reality is a thought an individual projects or habitually thinks about, then the ascension of Sarkin Zazzau Ahmad Nuhu Bamalli is indeed a case in point. A dream nursed and courted by a father has become a son's reality. It may have taken a century, but the Mallawa ruling house is proud yet grateful for the opportunity to serve the Zazzagawa once again.
That has always been my desire, not for me to amass wealth or, to be enjoying, no, but to be a servant of people. That's what I saw in my family. Despite the pedigree and all these things, as a leader, you have to serve your people, not to subject people to hardship. No. That is the orientation.
Mai da gara